that somebody described to me over the weekend of, because how I speak about myself or how I carry myself nowadays is quite different to how I would have carried myself, even 5 years ago, even 3 years ago maybe. Yeah. And so I'm reasonably confident and reasonably, kind of self-assured. And this person very kindly and affectionately said to me, if I didn't know you, I'd think you were an asshole. Because of how you speak about yourself or how you carry yourself. I'm really glad we're getting to know each other, yeah? Because I speak in, quite a defined way about myself, and it's not, it's pretty straight how I know myself or how I carry that. I just thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really, really funny, yeah? So how we get to know ourselves also lets us create the space of how we stand in that. I wasn't offended by that remark. I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense for how a lot of people have treated me in my life. Yeah? Being very frequently misunderstood because how I came across was not really matching what was on the inside. Now I know it's coming from a different place, so if I'm coming across confidently and that bothers somebody, I can live with that. In the past, I would have changed that. In the past, I would have taken the edges off that confidence to make somebody else feel more comfortable. So the value in getting to know ourselves means that we're less likely to compromise those things that are really true to us. And that becomes really easy. Our boundaries of certain things, how we handle that. We get closer and closer to what feels right and feels true for us. And whether we make compromises or sacrifices of that, we're able to do it much more consciously. Without that space of connecting to ourselves, whether we do it through meditation or yoga or running or however you do it, yeah? Without that space of being conscious in it, we can really easily get lost. We can get lost in how we try to survive things or how we try and cope with things. We can get lost in different compromises that we make with people, sacrifices that we make. And we do it with the best of intentions. We do all of these things usually with people that we love, or that we respect, or that we want approval from, this kind of thing. So our inner reasoning will feel quite positive. It will feel we're doing it for the right reasons. But the ultimate result tends to not be right for us when it comes from that place. When we have a greater sense of our truth and we act from that, we tend to get the outcome that's also true for us. Until we do something differently, we don't really get to find out. And it's not important whether what we do works or doesn't. It's that we find out whether it works or it doesn't work. So if we try, let's say, a new way of being in work, how we speak out or how we don't speak out, or whatever it is, how we are with our friends, whether we might be somebody who very easily agrees to plans and will change our whole life around for meeting people. And if we start to change that and suit ourselves a little bit more, there's a knock-on effect of that. But we're all the time getting to know, okay, what's my boundary and what feels right for me in that? We have to be willing to take the risk to get it wrong. And I know in the past, I was really unwilling to get it wrong. I was so unwilling to get it wrong that I was paralyzed in just keeping on doing what I was doing because I wasn't willing to risk do anything different in case it was worse. And there was always a chance that it was. Or in case it didn't work. And then we get trapped. So what we're really talking about when we speak about meditation, we're talking about creating a space, just little bit by little bit, where we start to feel free. We start to feel free initially of our own judgments, our own harshness with ourselves. And extending that out, we start to become free of other people's judgments. When something feels right and true to us, we can live with that, even if people around us disagree or don't quite approve. We can live with it. When we don't know ourselves, we struggle in that. What if they're right? So taking the risk is really, really key. And for me, a crucial step in being able to take risks was learning and accepting what I could handle. So if things didn't work out, if I try this, if I go for this job, or if I move here, or I do this, and it doesn't work, we go to catastrophe zone in our thinking of that. My life will be ruined. But in reality, what we do is we fix it. We find a way to survive it, at least. Or we find a way that we thrive from it, at best. But we always find a way. Either it kills us or we find a way. So learning what we can handle is a key part of this. And we can track all of this right back to that initial moment where we go inside and we're curious to find out what's there. That's where we first find out, what can I handle of myself? Can I handle finding out something of myself that maybe I didn't fully know before now? Can I handle finding out that maybe I have grief inside I haven't healed it before now? Can I handle finding out that I have more fears than I realize? Can I handle finding out that I feel this or that I do that? In finding out what we can handle, there's an expansion that comes with it. That expansion then allows us to take these little chances. These are measured risks. Yeah, this is not sell your house, go to Vegas, bet the whole... It's not that level, yeah? These are little measured risks based on us finding out what I can handle and maybe just pushing the boundaries of that just a little bit so we don't stay too comfortable. We don't stay within that zone where we can end up paralyzed and restricted.